Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about the routing system with Laravel, and we're going to create a simple example for that. Hey guys, so we're going to talk about the routing system in Laravel. We're going to touch as well a little bit the controls, and then I show you how you can create some views as well. It's going to be very simple lesson, and I've tried to be very short lesson as well. What we're going to cover is first of all, we try to make 3 pages and then make the routes for these 3 pages. We make a home page, we make the about page, and we can make a contact page as well. So like this, we can make a simple example and you can see how it's work. Okay, for this, let's open the terminal and let's navigate to desktop and Laravel, the folder where we create our development environment with Valet. And from here we can open, I have already a project, we can open with the code editor, and it's called Lara test, right? The name of the project is Lara test. So there we go, we have it here. Open it, let's make it a big window, and let's go into open as well in the browser. You can open in any browser in the moment. We don't need some special browser. Okay, we say .test. Okay, there we go. So that's the main page, the home page that we have now. For the moment we're going to change this, we're going to create /about and /control, you know what I mean. Okay, so let's start with this task and let's go to have a look how is it working, where we can find first about the routes. The routes you can find it in the folder below routes. Okay, and here you can see that you have a different PHP files. What we need to care in, what we actually going to work in this lesson is in the web.php. Okay, you can use the api.php if you want to make the routing for the APIs, but in the moment we don't do any API, so we go in the web PHP. And as you can see that already we have built the first route, the home route, that it's pointing to the welcome page. And what's the welcome page? That's a blade, that's a welcome.blade PHP file, and inside we have all the styles that you can see here in the front. Okay, so where you can find it is under resources, and then if you go under views, and as you can see, that's the welcome blade page. What I like to do and what I actually do when I do just simple pages is that I create inside the views folder, I create a pages folder. Let's going to create one and say that we're going to call pages, and let's create our home page, because we don't want to use the welcome.blade page, the default page. So just create a new file and call home.php. Okay, so you have to put the blade extension and then .php indent. Blade is the template engine that Laravel is using, and by far is the best template engine for PHP. At least for me, it's the best template engine for PHP. So let's go to create here just one h1 tag. They say just a second, and say just home page. Okay, let's go back in the routes and let's change this one here to as you can see here that the syntax is using dot, but imagine that the dot is same like a slash. Okay, that means pages slash home. In our case is pages dot home. Okay, let's save it and see that we make some changes. Just refresh the browser. Okay, we missed something. Pages.home not found. Let's see what's happening here. Pages.home. Oh, sorry, I just messed up the extension blade. Rename, and we just change here to blade. Sorry about that. Now it should be fine. Let's refresh again. And there we go, we have the home page. Okay, so you see that it's quite simple actually to do this. Let's make how many pages more we want. We want the about page, we say, and then we want the contact page, and here in the about we just put about, and then in the contact page just put contact, and then we just change here about, and here we put. Okay, so what we have to do now is that we have to create these files under the pages folder, and then we just create the about page. It's going to be blade PHP. Okay, so we say okay, and that's the first page. Let's create a contact page as well. Sorry. And inside we just put h1 and we say okay, and let's see actually if it's working correctly. So we say that's the we say that's the home page here. Let's put slash about, and that's the about page, and let's try the contact page. And we have the contact page. Okay, so as you can see, that is quite simple actually to create it, and that's one of the way that I prefer actually is to create a controller who is going to hold all the pages, and the controller is going to hold the pages and passing some data that we need from there. Okay, so how we can do this is that first of all we have to create controller. To create controller you can do manually, means that you can just go in, let's close everything, and you just go in up and the HTTP, and as you can see here is a folder controllers, and inside we have some already controllers here, so you can create one controller here. That's one of the way. The other way is that you can create it by artisan, and artisan is the command line tool that we're going to talk about in the future videos, but for the moment let's just create a simple controller and see what's happening. You can open your terminal. You can open your terminal if you want in your Visual Studio Code. Okay, if you in Windows, there is some additional steps and settings that you have to do for your terminal. Okay, but if you in Linux or Mac, you just directly can open it and start typing here because they're using Bash. Okay, so the first command that we have to do, the only command that we have to do to make a controller is very simple. You just say PHP, then you say artisan, then make, and then say controller, and now we have to say the name of the controller. Let's go to call it pages. Okay, pages controller, and we just put a error flag because like this we get some boilerplate. Okay, code. Okay, there we go. So we create the controller, and if you open in controllers, actually in console, sorry, you just have to open the HTTP, and then under controllers, just a second. Okay, let me see what's happening here, and where is our controller. Give me a second, guys. There we go. We just have to refresh the editor, or you just have to look it in the top, and then you can find it. So if as you can see here is that we have already pre-built some options. We have the index here, we have create and store, show, edit and delete, update and destroy. Probably we're going to talk about these options further in the future, but let's just delete it for the moment now everything that we don't going to need it, we just leave the index. Until the index we can delete everything, so we just leave it the index here, and the index it's actually is going to be our home page. Okay, so for the home page what we can do is that we can say just return, and then you say view, and you specify where is the view, and it's going to be same like we do in the route file, and you just say and pages.home. Okay, so oops, sorry, semicolon here. What we have to do is you just go in the web, and here let's delete everything from there. So it's getting two parameters. The first one is the path, and the second one is the controller. The controller syntax is like this. You say pages controller, then you say dot, and then you specify which method exactly we want to go. In our case was index. Okay, so we save, and let's see that it's working actually. If we go in slash, and as you can see it's working, and it's pretty much, well, it's look much better than the other one, and it's more clear. Okay, so we can make absolutely same with the other one. So let's go to create it first in the controller. Let's say that we copy this and we make it same for the about page, and here we can return about, and so far we can make it for the controller, for the contact page as well. Okay, but we don't need to make it for the moment. Actually, we just delete the contact page, and I just show you with about how it works. So we do the same, we just clean everything here, and then you just put pages controller, and then we say about. Okay, let's see this working. We go slash, oops, sorry. Okay, pages about not found. Yeah, we miss one T probably. It's here. Okay, let's see now. Yep, that's working perfectly. Okay, so as you can see that, and that way is much more clean, and as well we can pass some params in our page. For example, in the home page, if you want to pass some data, we can pass it from here and just include here like a parameter. Okay, guys, you see that that's the basic routing with Laravel. In the next video we're going to talk about a little bit more about the controls, and as well the models. Okay, so guys, thank you so much that you've been there with me. This video I tried to be a little bit more short, but you see more in depth about the routes in further videos. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye.